We're going live up in this thing. Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? Who do we have checking in? I'm obviously making my live camera my mirror today. I literally just put Ciara down for a nap. And so I zoomed in here with a quickness so I could get on live. So that's I'm a few minutes late. It's always something, I swear, guys. In this time, is something. The times just don't go as perfectly planned. All the time. I'm always kind of needing a little extra padding, a little extra cushion for timing, but just put Cece down for her snooze. Now I'm here chatting with you guys because it's Women's Wednesday. Women's Wednesday. Who's in here? Oh, shout my ladies. Oh, fellas, watch us too. Oh, fellas, come in the chat so y'all can tell us what y'all think. I've been asking for guys to submit things or to talk about things that they want to know from us. And I'm going to need for the fellas to start stepping up and asking some questions that you want to know about us ladies, okay? Ladies, do you agree? Yeah, Diva Laki. Yeah, and then of course us ladies can tell you fellas what we think about you guys as well. But today's topics, I tell you guys something else? I lost my other phone. I have two phones. Really because I wanted to have as much storage as I can possibly have, so that I can document the special moments that happen in my life with my kids and my family. And what I used to get so frustrated about is that when I would have my one main phone and it'd be time to take a picture and I'd hold that phone up and for the photo, and then it's like storage space is out, and I was so frustrated with that. So I have two phones, just so I can really maintain good storage, have good storage for my phone. And then also being an artist, as you guys know, I like to document a lot of stuff, and us girls take 40 million selfies, and we like to do all these fun videos. So having two phones allows me the space that I need to document all my moments. But I can't find my second phone, and my second phone I'll be able to look at my phone and see the questions that I was asked for today. So I'm going to do my best at remembering what some of those questions were. And so basically, Raleigh, if you're in here, please, can you tell me the name of the one sweet girl who asked me a question about that asked about single, like waiting and being single. There was someone who asked about that, how should they be as far as being single and waiting, or something along those lines. What is the place that they should be in, or waiting for that person? And I think that when you're single, take advantage of that time of being able to perfect yourself, or work on yourself and better yourself, so that you can really be in the best place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you can attract, when you do attract that person that you desired, you're ready for them. And there is a power to the law of attraction. When I always talk about this, the power of manifestation, and envisioning what you want, so much to the point that you can taste it on your tongue. That question was from Catalina Ritchie. Yes, Catalina Ritchie. Yeah. Thank you so much, Riley. But basically, make sure that there's a power. I was saying there's a power to the law of attraction, and you putting in the universe what you want and what you envision, and putting it in your mind. And subconsciously, you start to become what you desire. You start to become who you want to be, and you start to become what you desire. So, I want to encourage people to do that, and know that being single is not bad. Single can be a good thing. Sometimes we need to kind of be by ourselves to sort through our lives and work within ourselves and get ourselves to the right place before we have someone else up in our space, and vice versa. And being ready for that is a real thing. And especially, I think, if you want to have great success, in that next chapter, that you want to Really make sure you're in your best place and you're your best self, you know. So then you can also be super fly and like have yourself in a place where you're always feeling good about you, and that's you're always also keeping your mate on their toes and all that good stuff. So hope I answered that question a little bit. Let me see. Someone said, yep, let me see here. Okay, so I had another question. Raleigh, if you could tell me that other question would be great. Let me see. Gosh, guys, the baby is like starting to get bigger, and it's starting to like, he's starting to like kick and a lot. So he just did a nice little move on me right now. He in my stomach doing some jiu-jitsu. He doing something up in my belly, and it's like, ah. Okay, let me see questions here. All right, someone said, how do you... Okay, let me see here. Someone said, how do I stop caring for so much for my friends that I don't care for me as much? Okay, this is a good question. How do I stop caring so much for my friends that I don't care for me as much? I think that when you have friends and like, you know, real good friends, to me, your real friends understand, you want to have like this, you want to have a similar vision of like the things that you do. Like, doesn't mean you have to do the same things, but you want to be in an atmosphere where you're with like-minded individuals. And I feel like if you start there at the base, then that's half the battle, because when you want to be on your own thing for yourself, your friends should understand. And I really am a big believer in not being in a friendship that you feel pressured in. I think that it's just like being in a relationship. Like when you're in a friendship and you feel pressure, then there's something about that is just not quite right. And I think that a friendship goes both ways. Like we do need to be loving and caring and be there for our friends, but it's also important to be understanding. And so I think that, you know, you should never feel the pressure of in a friendship that you lose yourself. Like I talked to one of my friends about the life pie, like having your life pie, like how much time is dedicated to yourself, you know, how much time is dedicated to your work, how much time is dedicated to whatever other important pieces of your pie that are in your life. Like how much time are you dedicating and committing to those areas? And the last thing you want to do is look at your life pie and the part that's for you is really small. You want to make sure that you are giving yourself the time that you need and that you have friends that understand. Sometimes we all need our own space. Like sometimes we all, you know, have to do things for ourselves. And I feel like a really good friend will understand that. So, you know, how do you stop caring so much for your friends that you don't care for yourself? And then sometimes I think too that we can be like so loving and like want to go above and beyond to please others and take care of others, which can be a really good thing. And then it can also be very harmful at the same time, because sometimes we lose ourselves in that process and we forget about ourselves. So, you know, working on that balance is really important, that you always know who you are, that you have friends that know who you are and vice versa, and that they're understanding. And a friendship you should never feel pressure in a real friendship. Like sometimes me and my best friend Yoli will go for like days without talking, or me and Lala will go for days without talking, but we know that the love is always the same. And we pick up the phone, it's always fun and exciting, but there's no pressure because we also understand the way that our worlds flow and all the things that we have to juggle and balance. So make sure you're around friends that are understanding, that are like-minded individuals, that share, you know, similar thoughts and principles as you, if that makes any sense. That's what I think. Okay, hope I answered your question good there. Alrighty, next question. Next question. How can I stop? Okay, this person asked, how can I stop being friends with someone but to let them down easy? I think it depends. Okay, this is hard to answer because I need more detail to just Tapia. I can help you better if I understand your scenario, because once I know that will help me. But that's a really good one. It depends on the situation, so I'll have to get back to you. I need to know the scenario because I can help you much better with that. But phase out, phase out, phase out. Let's see here. Phase out. Let me see. I'm sitting here and I swear I feel like I'm like breathing hard just to press a button. Woo, guys. The bump is bumping. I'm growing it. The baby's getting bigger. The time is moving. Okay. Someone says, how do I let go? Oh, okay. I need context. Someone said, how do I let go of a man in my life who is realistically not the one for me? Again, I think I need context here. If they're not the one for you, my biggest advice I say to anyone is don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. It will never do you'll never do yourself any good. You'll never do the universe any good. You'll never do the other person any good. And we can't be selfish. Like, don't hold someone up if they're not, for you, and like it's not working. Like, don't even waste your time. Like, our time is so precious. So we want to make sure that we are valuing that time that we have because we only keep getting older. That's one thing that will never be beaten in life is father time. And so that's my advice to you. If they're not for you, they're not the person you see yourself being with for the rest of your life, or seeing being able to look at life with them for a very long time, or I would say eternity when you get married. If you don't have that feeling and you don't have that sensation, that vision, as it relates to you and them, like, don't waste your time. Don't even waste another day. Get your thoughts together, whatever it is that you're feeling that this does not work out for you. And for you guys, get confident, muster up all the confidence that you need, and you sit down and you talk to them about it, and you let them go on their way, and you go on your way to figure out exactly what you want and desire in your life. So I hope I answered that question. All right there, Miss Mika Beauty. Don't waste your time, y'all. Your time is precious. Okay. I like this question. Someone asked, what was it like for you growing up being a military child? Being a military baby is by far one of my proudest pieces of my life. And I'm really grateful because I got to travel the world because of it. As you guys know, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, but we've lived in places like Monterey, California. I lived in Gießen, Germany. I got to do, experience different cultures and meet new friends from all over the world of different ethnic backgrounds, and that was really fun. You guys know I love exploring languages, and so I think that's where a bit of my inspiration has come from. But I will say that growing up as a military baby, it was really cool. I felt like my dad was like a superhero. He would, he would go on, he would have to serve and be away from our family for a really long time, really long chunks of time. But every time he came back home, it was like the greatest celebration because I couldn't wait to see my dad, my superhero. You guys know I'm a daddy's girl, so that was always a fun moment that I looked forward to. And I'll say, growing up being a military child, I honestly am grateful because I feel like it's shaped me to be, a big part of what shaped me to be who I am today. I did live in a trailer home at one point in time, and I did not think it was abnormal at all. It was like where we were all stationed. And when I look back at that, because we were stationed in Monterey and we lived in a neighborhood that was all like trailer homes. And when I look back at that, I was like, wow, like I never thought that like this may not be the most normal or traditional like way of living, but the the reality is life is what you make it. And I have some of my best memories staying there. I had my chow, my first dog, that was a chow, named Scruffy. He was so, so cute and fluffy. I actually also had a crazy experience where I was riding my bike down this hill called the Pork Chop Hill, and literally had a collision with a car that was at a stoplight, and ended up having to go to the ER. That was crazy. And I've had some crazy memories, but I've also had some really fun memories. I also witnessed like really massive earthquakes. As you guys know, Monterey, California, all of California, earthquakes are very, very, very big here. And so that was crazy. I kind of got used to that. But beyond all that, I made for good friends. I enjoyed my school. Some crazy moments, as you guys can see. I just remembered some of those crazy moments that happened when I was living in Monterey and we were stationed there. But forever grateful for the blessings that the military gave us. My mother was in the Air Force and my dad was in the Army. So very, very proud military brat. And also really cool thing is yesterday, I just want to shout the USO, the women of the USO, because yesterday I got to do a cool surprise for them virtually. And moments like that bring me so much joy. So big shout out to the USO, because I was supposed to perform there this year and I was excited about performing there. I've been dreaming to have a performance on the USO base, Army base in Fort Hood, where I was born. I was born in Fort Hood, Texas. And so I didn't get a chance to do that, but I couldn't help but think about the other moms during this time. As I am expected mother, a mother of two, as you guys know, and expecting another one, I just couldn't help but think about them because I won't be able to have a proper baby shower. And so I was able to do that for them, which was really, really, really cool. So I, again, like military baby for life, it's in my blood. Really proud of it. And it was amazing. It was amazing growing up. I'm really proud of that. All right, let me see. Someone asked, I like that question, does marriage change friends you used to have? My friends have gone with me on the journey. So luckily, my friends haven't really changed. And all my girls were with me at my wedding, my bridesmaids, which was really sweet and fun, as they've been on the incredible journey with me. And luckily, me and my friends have just continued to level up together. And, we've continued to be tight like glue, which has been a blessing. And so I see it that way forever. Let me see here. All right, let me get another question out. Okay, let me see. How do you handle fame with your kids? Fame with my kids. You know what? I think for us in our household, we just like to do our best with keeping life as normal as possible for them. And, remembering the principles that we grew up on, because with Russ and I, we say, we didn't have a lot growing up. We had big dreams, and we really believed in those dreams. And the only way that we know the way that we've gotten to where we are in our lives is just by simply being committed to those things, those dreams and our visions. Staying humble at all times is really important too. And we didn't have near as much as our kids have. So we don't forget those principles, like whether it's doing chores, like Ross has been really big on our kids doing chores. And I have too, but I know he spoke about it from a male standpoint. And just saying how, that order is so important for a man or for a young boy growing up because of how you guys are made and how you're built. And so Future's been loving doing his chores. I will tell you guys that. And Sienna, she's actually been enjoying it too. She's just turned 3, so you guys know that it takes a little bit more patience with her, but she's into it as well. And we just don't forget those things. And so it's important to us to keep our kids grounded in that way. And I will say that, the one thing that I'm really big on is if I'm out and about and people want to ask for autographs or photos or things like that, I typically kind of refrain from doing them as much as I would when I'm without my kids. Because when I'm with them, I want the time to be dedicated to them and I want them to feel as normal as possible. So I always say that I'm in mommy mode oftentimes, and it's just really because that moment is so valuable and precious to me to be able to be with my kids and for them to feel like mommy is just mommy, and mommy's not this person that everyone knows, the world knows, that she's just giving me that love and attention that I need in that moment. So that's really important to me. So we do that. And it's funny because sometimes Future would say in the past, he'd be like, she's in mommy mode. He would answer it for me when someone would ask for a picture. But that's really important to me to just, it's really important to us to make sure our kids have as much normalcy as possible. So that's shout out to Allah Moonster. All right, let's see here. Hold on, what's that say? Your friends have normal friends, kids that are outsiders, but they did not know that their mom and dad is famous. Let me see here. Yes, they do have. They have some friends that don't really, get into all that we do, and they just love being like kids, like normal, and playing like kids, which is always great. Do you? Yeah. Hold on. Oh, this one is interesting. How do I stop being so jealous when my boyfriend is around or talks to other girls? Listen, it's your girl, Maya. You have to know that you are the ish, period. And I think there's nothing better than a woman who's confident with herself and knows who she is. Like, you can't be worrying about all like the other extra stuff, right? You also have to have trust in your partner. I think that's really important. Having trust in your other half is key. And you're the prize. You are his lady. So you have to know that. So you already are in a position that's superior. That's just not, it's not a position. You're in the position that, exactly where you're supposed to be, and you are his lady. So you can't be sweating all that kind of stuff. And, there's this thing where they say no one wants someone that's not wanted. So I think it's hot. Like if, people think that your person's attractive and vice versa. They think that, I know for a male, like it's, it's an appreciation for that. So you have to be secure with yourself in that regard. And he can't be all, turned up though. Like he can't be out there, real extra with the convo now. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be confident with yourself and know who you are and not sweat that kind of stuff. So, yeah, hope I answered your question a little bit there. It's your girl, Maya. Let me see here. All right, you guys. Let's see here. Collab with BTS. That'd be amazing. 안녕하세요. As you guys know, again, I love speaking languages. I just said hi in Korean. That would be amazing. So definitely we'll look forward to that happening one day. I think it'd be really fun for us to dance together and just, jam out. BTS is killing it, and they are phenomenal group. And what they've been able to do is just incredible. They brought back that excitement that big boy bands used to have back in the days. The way the girls go crazy over them is always fascinating, especially when you're at award shows. I mean, the kids just can't wait to see them. The girls can't wait to see them. They have an incredible fan base. And it's always fun when I get to work with people that, tap into a different culture and community of people than I do. I love when music comes together like that. You know, it's an international collaboration. It's always fun. So like my song that I did with Isa in Brazil and with Diplo, Isa and Diplo. Moments like that are always special. So it'd be fun to work with BTS one day. I'd love to do that. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I like this question. Someone asked, is there a time limit on falling in love with someone? No, I don't think there's a time limit. I think that when you know, you know. Russ and I always say that. And I think you just have to kind of have like the most important boxes checked. Like you have to know a lot of the basic things that you would check for and that your heart would yearn for are fulfilled. You know, and you just know it when you know when you know when you know you know you know when you know. Couldn't get that right. You know, so I think that you know, that like that's within the eye of the person, you know, as far as like what level you are in your love. Again, I think it's important to kind of have like a base of like boxes that you'd want to be checked so that you're really doing a good gut check on where you are and how much you're loving someone and caring for someone. But yeah, I mean, I have one of my close friends that literally got engaged probably within 6 months of knowing her guy, and they've now been married for almost, I'd say, 7 years. And yeah, so I was going to say some more stuff, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I don't think there's time. I mean, I don't think you got to be like day one, you know, you're just completely over the moon to where it's like you haven't been able to have a chance to get to know someone in conversation at all. But, you know, when you click with that person, and you see them in person and you'll get the feels and you'll know. So yeah, I think so. Okay, so all that being said, it's time to rock and roll. And today is Nurse Appreciation Day. I just want to thank all the nurses out there for all that you do. I have a fun video that I'm going to post up that was created from a conversation or from a virtual visit that I had with with Ryan Seacrest, his radio station that he does with children's hospitals all over the world. And there was a really cool video that they did for me in return. That was a good dance tribute with Level Up, and I was overwhelmed with tears and joy when I saw those videos. So I'm going to post that video up, and I just want to thank all the nurses out there for all the sacrifices. This world would not be where it is right now if it wasn't for you all, as far as how we're holding up, you know, and everyone's lifting each other up right now, so we must not forget about the time that we're in. I'm not forgetting about it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of adjusting to the new norm now, so I'm not feeling as like overwhelmed or anxious because I just have faith and what I don't see. Like there's things that I don't know that are ahead of us, but I just have faith in it all. And so I want to encourage everyone to do the same, and we're going to get through this sooner than later. I believe we will, the more we all keep on being smart and being responsible and being patient and don't jump the gun and try to be all up in the mix too soon. You know, stay safe out there. And like I say, keep your faith strong. I know we're going to get through this. And again, thank you to all the nurses and amazing doctors out there in the world that sacrifice so much for everyone. We could not hold up without you all. So love you guys. And I had a great time chatting and talking about all these things on my mind. So I look forward to next Women's Wednesdays. Please, guys, don't forget to submit your questions to Beauty Marks Entertainment Instagram, so that way we can know what you ladies want to talk about. And again, fellas, you are welcome to ask anything you want to about us ladies too. Let's get those conversations going. Okay, Love you guys. Bye. Women's Wednesday. Holla.